honestly, I'm bored. I'd better make a video. No.
Sitting ducks. Yeah, we are sitting ducks here. We are residents of Kyiv, are just sitting ducks in a shooting range for the Russian terrorists, for the Russian ballistic missiles. We are just sitting and waiting for our death.
Russians. Evil Russians. A shelter would save you tonight. Oh my god. Again. I thought I could sleep at least at the hospital, but no. When your neighbors are Russians, it's impossible.
Hello everyone, greetings from the capital of freedom. In this video I will show you how we, ordinary residents of Kyiv, live in our city during the war. So today is the 9th of July 2026. Yeah, I do remember I promised that for 2 weeks you wouldn't see me again, but you know me, it's not so easy to get rid of me. Yeah, every time I will tell you I will be back. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, you are the reason, you are the main sponsors of this scar on my neck. Thank you, my dear friends. If it weren't for you, I wouldn't have been able to afford this spinal surgery. Yeah, I don't feel quite well right now, but now at least I can feel my left arm and everything will be okay. Thank you so much, my dear friends. Thank you. And I think now I have another scar on my body. I have a scar on my heart, and it is carved "Never Give Up Community." Thank you so much, my dear friends. So in this video, as always, I will report on another war crimes. You know, I have never thought about this side to this war. I have never thought about people who are seriously ill, about, for example, pregnant women, people who are awaiting for or recovering from some complex, some complicated operations. So how do they feel during Russian missile attacks? You know, at the hospital I had plenty of time, and I read a lot of posts on social media, and I should admit that the general tone is very pessimistic, because people know, and Russians, and the Russians know as well, that our air defense forces have no means to shoot down Russian ballistic missiles, and that's why all Russian missiles reach their targets. And you know what are their targets? Their targets are residential buildings, hospitals. Their targets are civilians sleeping at their homes. So, so that you understand, Russians attacked Kyiv on the eve of my surgery, during my surgery, and after my surgery. And in experiencing this new role of a patient, it was, I don't know how to express my feelings. So it was quite new for me, because even like normal people can't stand this constant stress. And when we are talking about sick people, I will share my experience. So on the eve of my surgery, Russians were attacking Kyiv all night long, and all night long I was thinking about my surgeon. It was like, oh my God, he had no sleep at all. How on earth is he going to operate me? How on earth is he going to perform such a complex surgery? And you know, when that neurosurgeon entered my ward, I told him, like, dear doctor, I have been thinking about you all night long. How are you doing? And how are you going to operate today after having had a sleepless night? And he said, you know, I can't afford the luxury to pay attention to the Russian attacks, because today I have two scheduled surgeries. And so that you understand, only like in 10 hours at night, the nurses told me that that night Russians destroyed his parents' house in Vishneva. You know, that tragedy which happened in Vishneva. Russians destroyed 5 streets in that town. So, but that surgeon showed no sign of sleep deprivation, no sign of being worried. So he's by the way, he's a military surgeon, and he spent several years at the front line, and he's a real professional. I'm very lucky to have such a surgeon. Now, as for the shelters, you know, for me it sounds a little bit hypocritical when Zelensky urges all residents of Kyiv to go to the shelters, because he has been warned that Russia is planning another massive attack. Yeah, every time he says, please go to a shelter. But there is one problem. There are not enough shelters. The Kyiv metro can accommodate like 50,000, maybe the maximum 55,000 of people. And the population of Kyiv is over 4 million of people. The question is, where should 4 million of Kievan residents go, and what should they do? I will give you an answer. What is left? We are sitting at our homes and we are praying so that the Russian missile wouldn't hit our house. And I will tell you, this expectation, this, how to call it, this awaiting for your death can be very exhausting sometimes. Yeah. Excuse me, I need a break.
Honestly, right now I'm thinking only about my surgeon. My surgeon needs some sleep before my operation. Some of my neighbors went to a shelter. We're at home as always. And this time it's very scary. Your covered from Kyiv is reporting on the Russian war crimes. Yeah. Honestly, the first time in my life I'm scared. Most of my neighbors have gone to a shelter, but we're at home. Don't ask me why. you know, my huge cat Tosik. I can't carry him to a shelter. Richie is absolutely terrified. Річ, ну що таке? Ну що ж я зроблю? Ну, що нам зробити? So that you understand, Tosik is sleeping right now. My dear friends, 3 a.m. Russians are attacking Kyiv. Explosions, ballistic missiles, and Tosik is sleeping. Tosik doesn't care. Even Tosik decided to check what is going on. Two brave Ukrainian pets are checking Russian missiles. Look at Tosik. Oh, will you bring Tosik to a shelter? Tosik? I desperately want to sleep. Tosik? Tosik, it's dangerous. There are still a lot of Russian missiles. Tosik. Давай, треба зачиняти вікно. Давай, Tosik. Ну, не можна тут сидіти. Tosik. Tosik. Tosik thinks it's a kind of entertainment. Так не можна. Ну, Tosik. Боже. I can't. Tosik, ну. Що ти ракет не бачив? Давай. And the bravest dog Richie is chronicling Russian war crimes. My God. Smoke. Kyiv is on fire. This is one of the most terrible nights in my life. Richie, стій. Ти що? Ну, стій. My dear friends, today I will show you what a ward looks like in a typical surgical center in Kyiv. You can see I've been lucky. I've been given a single room, yeah. And I don't have any chatty neighbors, honestly. After such a terrible night, after all those Russian missiles, I'm not in a mood to talk to anyone. So, in 3 hours I will have my surgery, and I hope tomorrow I'll be at home. I do hope. I have never had any surgeries at private hospitals, but I don't know, they look a little bit better. But this one is also okay, especially because it's a single one. I will be reading a book. Oh my God. Goodbye, my dear friends. Ой. And today I'm going to share a handy tip for reading. Look here. It's very convenient. Honestly, I'm bored. I'd better make a video. Oh, that's it, my dear friends. The operation is over, but I haven't looked in the mirror yet. But the nurse has brought me my dinner, and I want to show it to you. You may ask, why are you filming? You are so weak. You know, when I'm filming, it feels like I'm at work and I have no time to sorry for myself. So this is our dinner. It's hot. Probably it's tea. And something is here. Potatoes. Cheese, my dear friends, for our victory. My dear friends, it seems tonight I will show you how it feels to be an ordinary patient in a hospital in Kyiv during Russian attack. All people are fed up of the view from my window. I'm in my apartment in Kyiv, so today I will be filming from the hospital. Today I'm filming from the Pechersk district. I wonder, will we go to a shelter? I mean nurses and patients. It's 10:30 p.m. right now. I got such strange sounds. My dear friends, now I will show you my breakfast. This is tea. This is, I don't know, buckwheat and some meatball. So you won't be hungry at our hospital. Okay, Richie is waiting for me. My dear friends, my Richie come to visit me. Richie, Richie, ти узнал? Richie. Ну все, зараз поїдемо. Все. So, firstly, there was an explosion, and right now we are having an air raid alarm. The 8th of July 2026, 3 a.m. The genocide in Kyiv continues. The power has gone out in several districts of Kyiv. It seems tonight our patriots are useless and our air defenses will be helpless. So we are just targets for Russians. Most institutions decided to check their generators because last night the power went off at many districts of Kyiv. So it's time for blackouts again.
I will continue my tragic story. In several hours after I have had an operation, there was an air raid alarm, and I read in the news that Russians had launched zircons. I heard nurses chatting in the corridor, and I was waiting for them to come into my ward and to take me to a shelter, and I don't know. But nobody came and nobody took me to a shelter. It's not that, I have never been to a shelter. I was a little bit bored and I was interested like in the process. How they take people, especially, I don't know, disabled people, how do they take them to a shelter, and how this shelter looks like. But nobody came, and then suddenly I recalled that I saw a sign on the entrance door to the hospital. It was written, the nearest shelter is located 2 kilometers, not 2 kilometers, it was written, the nearest shelter is located at Zvironetska metro station. My dear friends, so that you understand, this metro station is located 2 kilometers from the hospital. Can you imagine at night when Russian missiles are flying in the skies of our city, people, after having had complex surgeries, they are walking at night 2 kilometers to a shelter. Of course, nobody goes to a shelter. So what do these poor patients do? They're just sitting and praying so that the Russian missile wouldn't hit the hospital. And it's like we are doomed, and it's very, I don't know how to express this feeling. Yesterday I learned a new English expression. Do you know such an expression? Sitting ducks. Yeah. We are sitting ducks here. We are residents of Kyiv are just sitting ducks in a shooting range for the Russian terrorists, for the Russian ballistic missiles. We are just sitting and waiting for our deaths. Okay, I don't want to sound so pessimistic. What else, my dear friends? What else?
Hi, Vita. This is Crazy Jay in the USA. There's my sunflower looking at ya. There's some chamomile and my watermelon's starting to grow. And my beans are making bean babies all over the place. Look.
My dear friends, I'm very grateful for your support, for all kinds of your support. So many people wrote kind words. You are too kind to me. Thank you so much. Some people even sent videos. Our moderator Jay from the USA sent me very nice videos. Our soldiers from the front line sent me funny pictures and videos. I can't show you these videos because I don't know how to blur their faces. Maybe I will show some of the pictures. By the way, I have never told you, but I have a call sign. Yes, I have a call sign. Sister Kvitka. Excuse me. Why sister? Because my cousin and I are very close, so we treat each other like sister and brother. And as for Kvitka, it's like a play of words because, my name is Vita. Sometimes my close friends call me Kvitka. So Vitka, Kvitka. Kvitka in Ukrainian means flower. So sister flower, sister Kvitka. Thank you for watching. Pray for Ukraine and goodbye, and never, never, never give up.
There can't be no light if darkness don't exist. He never left my side. He showed me the way out of all the storms raging at the sea. He gave me back my life. I owe him